freedom of speech. He tried to gather fake electors to replace the real ones in states like Georgia.
I just wonder too, I mean, how come almost everybody I know of that went to college is a Biden supporter?
Yeah.
And I don't understand how everybody is a Biden supporter if you just went to college. So what are they teaching in this college? Are they teaching anything?
Stuff like inclusivity and respecting other people, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, woke.
Yeah, wokeness, yeah.
Huh. Why is it that the more educated people are, the more they vote Democrat? Huh. Oh my God, you're so close.
I guarantee you over 100 million Americans are going to vote for Donald Trump, okay? Because they know he's the only one.
That would be more than voted for him in 2020.
Absolutely. He won. We all know this, right?
How do you know it?
Yeah, because what did the communists do? The Marxist communist Democrats went to to courts. They used the virus to inflame fear. They went to courts and judges and changed the election laws illegally using courts and judges to mail-in voting and early voting, which is illegal.
But a lot of these judges were appointed by Donald Trump.
Which is illegal. It has nothing to do with that. What they did was illegal, okay? It's a violation of your Constitution and your separation of powers. Only the state legislators can change election laws. So making it a fraudulent election even before it happened.
How come none of the judges and none of the courts after the election agreed?
Why? Because they've infiltrated. These same people that we were talking about early, dirty people, they've infiltrated everything, right?
That last man is why education is so important. Sometimes, it's actually based in delusion, like this.
COVID goes back to how they stole the election. It was all premeditated, pre-planned.
How come the courts, not a single court out of these 70 cases, none of the judges, many of them Trump judges, ruled in the favor of people who believe that the election was stolen?
Well, who told you that?
Well, the judges in their rulings said all of that.
And how do you know that?
Because they issued public opinions and rulings, and because...
Where did you hear that?
Well, we heard it from the judges.
You heard it from the judges themselves?
Yeah, they issued rulings and opinions in open court.
On the news? Or did you read
They, on their dockets.
Well, we have judges in place all over the country. Some are from the deep state, some are from President Trump. And in the process of them denying those rights, well, then you go to the next judge, and exposure comes, and it's coming right now.
But exposure hasn't happened yet.
Oh, it's happening. Oh, yes, it is. You have to get off the news. You have to go someplace else and find it.
Can you point to me a single judge that has ruled that the election was stolen or that there was malfeasance that would have overturned the results of any state?
Look at the Supreme Court.
Well, the Supreme Court hasn't accepted any of these cases either.
How do you know that?
Because they have a docket and they list what cases they review and they issue their opinions.
You choose to believe that, you can believe that, but I have alternative news and I find out differently.
Conspiracy theories are always changing and evolving. When I go to Trump rallies, I have to take the temperature. I have to talk to a few people to be like, what's the new conspiracy that just dropped? And but I think what is, behind every conspiracy theory is just straight up anti-Semitism. Talk to a flat earther. They get to the Jews in seconds. But my personal thing is, we don't teach people about capitalism. So you have all these people thinking, well, capitalism would work. Our economic system would work. If it wasn't for these people at the top, Jews.
Interestingly, stupid people are the same everywhere in the world. They are very sure about themselves.
You think God needs to be back in government?
Yes. Our government was based on it.
Right.
And God we trust is on our money. So.
One of the amendments in the Constitution says that, there will be a separation between church and state. A lot of people are saying they want to see more church in state.
I do. I think so.
So certain parts of the Constitution, take it or leave it.
Yeah. So I believe fully in the Constitution.
The Republican Party's co-opting of American evangelical Christianity, eroding the constitutionally protected separation of church and state as a means to achieve their policy goals under the guise of acting out God's will or following the teachings of the Bible or any other bogus excuse for their bigotry.
Do you think this should be a Christian country?
Oh, I do. I do. We were founded on God, and Democrats are taking them away, taking them out of the school.
How about reconciling separation of church and state, which we were founded on?
I don't think that's right. I do not think that's right. They should have never did that. Why would you take something as beautiful as America that we founded God on? We founded America on God. And why would you try to destroy that and take it out of the schools and try to teach our children something
That's what I mean about separation of church and state.
It shouldn't be, though. God should be, we should be able to say in Jesus' name, you know, and I don't care what religion you are, because if we unite and come together as all in one, they'll find the true God.
You come to this country, accept our beliefs, accept what we are, accept who we are, or don't come. And that's not to be mean, it's just to say, don't come here and try to change our country to your beliefs. That's what I see them trying to do. You're trying to force something down our throat that we don't want. We'll welcome you here. We'll welcome you with open arms. Come here and embrace America. But don't try to make America the Middle East. They want to embrace Islam and make that more mainstream. They have a right, like I said, they have a right to their language. Anybody, it's not just Islamic, it's any religion. If you want to come here and practice it, you have that right. There's mosques, there's different things. But don't try to say that the country that was founded on Judeo-Christian beliefs can't believe those beliefs.
All of the folks you just saw are textbook cases of equality feeling like oppression. Even though there is literally no threat to their abilities to freely practice Christianity, the increased infusion of right-wing politics into their religious beliefs has created this false sense of paranoia in the community that they have a target on their backs and thus must protect themselves, which is all by design. This kind of manipulation can only succeed when fear is the vehicle.